clubs wasn't allowing hip hop. They wasn't allowing like artists to perform.
It was a lot of house music.
But the punk rock crowd generated towards us because it was the same rebellious music. So a couple of DJs started spinning down there, and then started bringing some MCs down there. And the first clubs we could perform at in hip hop were like those punk clubs, because the regular discos or discotheques or whatever, they wasn't having no parts of that. So that punk rock is the first, crowd that kind of gravitated to us and helped us expand past the park and our hood areas. So shout out to that era, because we kind of grew together. They had that rebellious spirit, and they, then once you got to know them, it was like they was rebellious, like they was fighting
against... They was as pissed off as you were.
Yeah.
Killa Kela podcast. KillaKelaOfficial.com.
Street Culture TV.
Beatbox created.
Killa Kela.
And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela podcast.
Okay, we're going to jump straight into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Killa Kela podcast, live and direct, Central London, or as central as you need to be, could be, choose to be. You don't want to be anywhere else. Trust me, we've got to how many podcasts we've gone through. You know exactly what time it is. Okay, people, our sponsors, the mighty GK Nifty Heads, have 10,000 play-to-earn GraffPunks NFTs to give away. Get ready as London's white trash goes blockchain digital with Bitcoin Cash tokens locked into them to claim. Get yourselves over to the website gkniftyheads.com. It's the world of street culture, where we dive in deeper, harder, stronger, faster into the peripheral of what is our generations. And my goodness, have we got some generational shifting going on right here. The cycles are real. We're going full back to go forward with some men who began very early in the days. Resurgence is real. New York is most definitely in the building, with some legendary tunes, which we will get deep into. If you don't know, get to know. AJ, be love, JVC Force, and very lucky, prestigious as a DJ, Mo Love Inside, Ultramagnetic MCs.
What's up?
Wow, how are we, gentlemen? How's things?
Everything is good, brother. Everything is good. Beautiful London is treating us well.
Yes.
It's fantastic to have you here. I mean, this is clearly is not your first jaunt by the anticipation of your guys' live show.
Yes. The first show? No, this go ahead, B.
This is the first show that we're going to be doing in London.
Right.
It's not the first time. We've been and back in the 80's we were in Germany and different places like that, but a lot of cities in Germany, but this is the first time that we're actually in London, and just fascinated at how much London looks like New York City.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like Brooklyn.
East Flatbush.
Yo, no doubt.
Isn't that strange, though, that you do find that, when you're traveling, because you're seasoned travelers as you guys are, I always feel like going to the East Coast of anywhere, whether it be Philly or Toronto or and these kind of neck of the woods, that it's almost like breeding ground for street culture, right?
Yes. Once you go to like the downtown areas or whatever, you really get that. So, I mean, I love how everything's close, it's walkable. I'm loving it out here.
Yeah, and the show is actually tomorrow night, which is crazy.
Yes.
A lot of anticipation out there on the street, gentlemen. I mean, you guys have got legacies to boot. The people, they've responded and they're coming in their droves,
That's beautiful to know, man. You know what I'm saying? JVC is out here, Ultramagnetic is out here, Mo Love. Like I said, we are very elated to come and see our fans, as we would call them fam, because they're our family after all of this time. They brought us this far. So we're really, really looking forward to coming out there and hugging the ladies and kissing the babies.
Yes,
see, generational things. Mo, I spent a lot of time studying an Ultramagnetic MC's show that got put out by Tim Westwood, a few guys at Dingwalls.
Well, that was back in, 88?
Bro, that was electric as fuck. Just incredible. Please explain that experience, Mo, for the people out there.
Oh, man, that's so long ago, I can't even remember. For real.
Do you find that...
You're talking about, 87, 88?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a long time ago.
I mean, it's crazy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love how that works, man. I love how that works. Let's get into it, guys. Where did it all begin for you lots?
Well, this is AJ Rock. I was actually born in Mount Vernon on the borderline of the Bronx. My parents moved me to Central Islip when I was 7. That's when we met. I was 7 and he was 5, and we've been brothers ever since.
53 years.
I moved, drove my parents crazy after my parents got divorced, drove my mom crazy. She moved me back to Mount Vernon, so I got to go to a lot of the early days of the early 80s, the Cold Crush shows, the T Connections, you know, all that stuff that was happening on the borderline of the Bronx.
Wow.
So I soaked all of that up. Came back to Long Island, and 2 of our friends was talking about B-Love, really started to make some noise. So they took me to a party that they were doing, and we started rhyming. I said a rhyme, he said a rhyme. We were going back and forth. The end of the night, everyone said we sounded so good together. The next day, we was working on routines and demos and all that, and I joined the group. So that's basically where it started for me.
And we've been growing old ever since together.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, not a lot of people can say, you know, having a career so broad as that, and living lives and many lives.
It's our 37-year anniversary.
That's incredible.
It's a long time.
Without a video.
Can I speak on that real quick?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hey, listen,
I want to shout out all the fans. We came out at the time we had no video, we had no internet, we had no social media, we had no cell phone cameras and stuff like that. The stuff that everybody has now, and we survived this 37 years because of all of you watching this right now, because of all of you fans who kept our name alive. And we gracious, and we both humbled and honored that people still want to hear rhymes we did in the summer of '87 that came out in '88. You know what I'm saying? And that y'all have us here. So we want to give y'all a great show. You know what I'm saying? We want to rock 229. We thank all of y'all for keeping us alive, and may the force be with you.
That's a beautiful.
Force be with you.
This is B-Love. Again, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. Came to Long Island when I was 5. I came to Long Island when I was 5 years old. AJ was one of the first people I met when we came to Long Island. I know, he mentioned he went back to Mount Vernon for a while, but he was more or less, he was coming back and forth. So we hooked up at a point in time, and like I said, I won't go too much because he explained a lot of the history to you, but to elaborate on what you said a little bit, JVC has always been the kind of group that we would always dig deep for beats that no one else used. Even when it came to tracks like Stop and Listen and stuff like that, we tried to make it to where some people would know, what the track was and stuff like that, but the way we would want to flip it, we wanted to use things first. We wanted to always be in like some sort of like a party mode. At the time, we were only concerned pretty much about playing on the radio like everyone else. We wanted our little spot. So we got our spot. We did the best we can do throughout the years to keep it going. Our production has always been production like a 3-man band. Two MCs rapping, and you notice we rap for verses and we give the DJ scratches for a whole verse. Yeah. And that was the 3-man band sort of concept. Back at that time, like I said, growing up together and stuff like that, you always wanted to give everyone a fair shot. We always had wicked scratches, we always had wicked rhymes and stuff like that, and we knew that, to compete with everyone else, we would have to have some wicked beats. Yeah. So
Artillery.
Again, we're privileged to be out here. We're going to be giving you guys a 9 to 10 song set, full of MCing. So, like I say again, to the fans that kept us going for 37 years without a video, just playing our records and stuff, man. We love you, man. Salute.
Yeah,
And most importantly, not to take a shot at anybody else, when you come to our show, we do not rhyme over our vocals. We're giving you a straight show. You're going to hear us.
Straight rapping over
you know what I'm saying?
instrumentals.
We switch it up a little bit, a lot of harmonizing. We were inspired by all the harmonizing of Cold Crush, early Treacherous 3, the Force MCs, all those groups that harmonize. That's what we grew up on, and we try to replicate that as much as possible. As you'll see at the show.
We want to give you a real exciting show. Like I said, we've been practicing for, even though we haven't been on the scene for like years and years and years, we always get together to practice.
Like most great bands.
It's like riding a bike, you know what I mean? You have to
Yeah.
continue to harmonize. And, you know, what I'm finding is that, you know what I'm saying, as we're here as older gentlemen, some of our tactics are finer now. You know, so we're just real excited, and you know, for the people that's coming out to 229 tomorrow, man, we thank you, man, because you're the reason really that we're here. It takes people to bring us.
This is foundation, guys.
Yes.
This is real foundation.
It takes people to bring us. So
Yeah.
we thank you so much, man, and you know, London, we love you, man. We love all of England, man. We love all of the UK, man, but we're privileged today to be in London. So, you know, we're going to do it for y'all, man.
Yeah, that's the one. So combination-wise, Mo Love,
That's
JVC. How did it all come about for you guys? I mean, listen, we're talking about years. There's some history here, I have no doubt. But how did it all come about, Mo?
As of what?
As in collaboration-wise, guys coming over
Hooking
here.
up with JVC Force?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I just met him.
Real talk.
Yeah, just met him.
This is gold.
Yeah, but I believe I met him before, back in '88
Yes.
at B-Boy Records.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
it is. There it is.
I came in there one time and it was there, but I came to pick up something. And I checked out.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
sick.
So Mo came to Long Island. Mo came to Long Island
Island,
previously before we came on this tour. Mo came to Long Island. We brought him out to Central Islip. We gave him the whole grand tour.
The
Yeah.
Grand Tour.
We went to the beach because, of course, y'all know we some beach babies. You know what I'm saying? Some backyard pool cats. So we gave him the grand tour, showed him the love, and you know, here we are.
And you never look back. Never look
Here
back.
we are.
Yeah.
So also I'd like to give credit where credit is due. So Mark Davis was the connection.
Yeah, the
Yeah, big up,
connection.
Mark.
So
Absolutely.
so I think they were at the Urban Matters Festival, and the guy wanted to bring us. And he was like, I know one of them, and he called B Love. And then when we started setting it up, he was like, yo, well, you know, I'm cool with Mo Love, and Mo Love.
that's a
So
connection.
Mark was the connection that connected us.
And I got to big up Tough Cut as well. Big up Tough Cut because
Yeah, big up Brent with Tough Cut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
man.
again, that promoter in the Netherlands that initially began to work on bringing us out here, his name is Hans. Big up Hans.
Yes. Urban Matters Festival. Oh my God, it was amazing.
Right,
So
so-
much love. People came from everywhere. Yo, we appreciate.
We had a full house, and you know, when you have a full house, you know, so you try to. In the early days, you know, we would go out before the show and we would be nervous, you know what I mean? But this time around, like I said, we're not nervous. You know, these folks have been rocking with us for 37 years. So
Well, there must be some anticipation and some excitement, some happier
yeah,
times ahead,
so
you know?
they've been rocking with us for
Yeah.
37 years. So, you know what I'm saying, all we want to do is come out and rock out with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, JVC is here, you know what I'm saying? The vibe machine, and the people have vibe, and I know they got a lot of vibe here in London, so we're going to do it again. And, you know, just looking to step each of our shows up and give people a little more than the last so that we continue to be able to come out here. It's nice to travel in your old age.
I'm intrigued to see how this is going to play out because if you guys have only just connected, you know, Mo and JVC, this could be the start of something consistent, something really developmental.
And I pray that it will be.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, you know, big shouts out also to the Almighty God, because without Him, nothing is possible.
Absolutely.
And you know, He brought us out here. You know, he showed guidance and dictation of our careers. And like I say, it's not too many times that someone can say, "I've been here for 37 years," based on the people.
Yeah.
You know, we're very proud, but on the same note, we're very humble to the people, because the way that rap is set up now, you know, so many artists come out fast.
It's like a conveyor belt nowadays.
Today you like someone, tomorrow you don't like them anymore. But we, our fans, like we like to call y'all the cult following.
Yeah.
You know, y'all stuck around, and we're pretty convinced that you guys are gonna be around with us until the day that we die.
Did you, and this is a question for all of you, did you ever perceive that it would be 37 years and you would still be out active and coming to, you know, to big open shows like this?
So to be honest, when we did Strong Island, when we came out of the studio, we knew we had something. We didn't know. I honestly couldn't tell you that I knew that I would be 37 years and I would still be doing this. And I credit the people as well, because there's such a resurgence in our era of music. So you understand what I'm saying? When there's so much music out there, but they want to hear that old school, that golden era, and now you get JVC mixed in that, and we got the resurgence, and we're gonna rock out for y'all. I mean, no two shows gonna be the same. We're gonna flip it up a little bit every time. We're gonna rock out. We're gonna entertain you. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's sequential, isn't it? When you've got a history, it's almost like you've got to try and stay on the ride for a whole season or two,
Right.
and then it comes back into flavour, comes back into fashion and trend. I'm kind of seeing that with the 80s, early 90s now. There's a lot of new things being, cooked again, but it gives opportunity for the more artists of repute to come back from that era as well.
Absolutely.
You know, hip hop right now just passed its 50-year anniversary. Like I say again, it's a pleasure for us that, out of those 50 years, we've been here for 37.
Yeah.
As artists, but as children looking at hip hop and learning the culture, we were there from the beginning. Believe when they said they give credit to like 1973.
Yeah.
I was 5, he was 7. We were already listening to hip hop. However, we didn't have the sort of equipment. We didn't have the ability to buy it on our own yet. You
were just rolling with the punches and
what we were doing, like
knew.
your parents buy you a little record player for Christmas.
Yeah.
You get together with AJ or so, and you put your 2 record players together, and you start to try to. We didn't have a mixer yet, so but we knew, and we come from an era also to where we sat on the curb, and we played with the cassette deck with the play button and the rewind, acting like we were mixing. Who could be the best DJ and stuff. And again, it evolves into something worthwhile. I would say through this whole journey, the money wasn't the exciting part. The exciting part was meeting the people. To this day, we still talk to everyone that reaches out to us. So it's definitely again like a vibe that you have to feel. If you're just in it for the money and you're not in it for the love or the culture, you're probably not really gonna make it. You might get rich, but at the end of the day, why not give people that brought your records for so many years the ability to touch you? That's what we're not out here with any security. Back in the 80s, we weren't out with a whole lot of security. When we went overseas into Germany and stuff like that, in the late 80s, we weren't out there with a lot of security because we don't want anybody putting restrictions on what our fans should do to get to us.
Sure.
We want to shake hands, we want to hug folks, we want to sign whatever you guys got. So, like I say, for the love of the culture, we did what we did.
I hear where you're coming from. It's a tenaciousness which actually is driven by the competitive aspect of hip hop and the love of hip hop, and you guys came from the root. And there is a competitive aspect to that, whether it's MCing, DJing. Well, in fact, Mo, from a DJ standpoint, I mean, you must have seen a lot of progression in the DJ arena over the decades, and moreover with turntablism and such, right? Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, having observed it and been a participant, what's your thoughts on that?
It's been like a big change on it now. I see like a lot of DJs now, they don't DJ on vinyl. They DJ on Serato.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing now.
Yeah. Mo keeps it to the original form of hip hop, which is the wax.
The wax, the vinyl.
Right.
The 12 inches. The 45s.
Yeah. So look out tomorrow because the vinyl master right here. He'll be opening up the show. Yeah. We'll be coming out. And again, we may not do our show particularly on vinyl because again, we want to make sure that the crowd gets everything for their money. We don't want to, the records to skip or anything like that. So part of our show, there are different sources.
This is what the record looks like. Boom, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy all this stuff.
Yeah. But we all of us up here, we love vinyl. So what I'm saying, like I said, Mo will be giving you a vinyl set before
old school
the show. Yeah.
Bro, that is gonna be crazy. And you've also got Snuff One and Blade. Big up Blade.
Big up to Blade, Snuff.
Yeah.
What up?
You know what I mean? You've got some figureheads in the building too.
Yeah.
The culture as a whole, it America has this amazing way of destroying its buildings that were historical, moving on very quickly, forgetting about the roots. Whatever happened to CBGBs? Whatever happened to the punk meets rap meets? I don't know, folky sounds of Soho. I mean, these things just move on. The European and more Eastern sides tend to embrace, and the culture is very much alive. What's your thoughts on the state of the 360 of hip hop in the US at the moment?
I think that it had to do what it had to do to go ahead and get this big. Like I say again, me personally, I don't feel that hip hop music itself, the music is what, made the culture reach 50 years. It was the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And all the elements.
Yeah, it was the lifestyle. It was people listened to the music and maybe couldn't afford to get it at the time, right? But when you looked at us and you went into your mother's closet and you got her blazer as a girl, or you went to grab one of her hats and you twisted it up, or you grabbed one of your dad's hats and you turned it to the back. When you put on your sneakers and went out the house, that was hip hop.
Yeah.
So I think that it evolved based on the lifestyle.
Sure.
But I think that in the era that we came up, which was probably the third generation of hip hop, through the 80's and it going into the early 90's, it was a foundation at that time. Like when you go down we used to leave Long Island and go down to the Village all the time to go to the clubs every night and stuff like that. That's where it was. So I think hip hop, along with the lifestyle, it traveled.
Yeah.
Hip hop couldn't get so big if we weren't open to the UK MCs or the MCs from Germany or the MCs from Belgium. You have to appreciate it and you have to allow it to grow, because at that point in time, the biggest picture is that, no one, I think, thought that hip hop would make it 50 years. It's obviously probably going to make it another 50, but, again, it's the people from everywhere, and just being able to come out here too at times and look at somebody in the airport and it's like they got on their sweatsuit and they got their Kango on.
Yeah.
That's hip hop.
And you know that. It's blended into culture.
And also what you, sorry.
Go ahead.
Also what you was talking about, so the CBGB days. So in the beginning, clubs wasn't allowing hip hop. They wasn't allowing like artists to perform.
It was a lot of house music.
But the punk rock,
Studio 52 and things like that.
The punk rock crowd generated towards us because it was the same rebellious music. So a couple of DJs started spinning down there, and then started bringing some MCs down there. And the first clubs we could perform at in hip hop were like those punk clubs, because the regular discos or discotheques or whatever, they wasn't having no parts of that. So that punk rock is the first, crowd that kind of gravitated to us and help us expand past the park and our hood areas. So shout out to that era, because we kind of grew together. They had that rebellious spirit, and they, then once you got to know them, it was like they was rebellious, like they was fighting
He was
against.
as pissed off as you were.
Yeah. The punk rock was rebelling against the former rock. We was rebelling against, the disco and everything, and that's what it was. So.
And every time that hip hop came around something, they made it better.
Yeah.
Hip hop is
energy-wise, yeah.
Right. Hip hop is the biggest form of music out. But you have to think about it. Music have genres, music has images and things like that, but not a lot of that stuff has the same kind of lifestyle that hip hop has.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, and it's very much like rock. And punk, well, not so much punk, but rock for sure. Its versatility leans.
No, well,
into
you're right.
roots.
You're right when it comes to pop, because one thing I'm going to say about pop music again, before there was, before the hip hop got too popular, every little girl around New York wanted to dress like Madonna.
Yeah.
Every little girl wanted to dress like Cyndi Lauper. So it's influences that were there that we definitely have to give credit to music. When we made music, we came from Long Island, and we were more subject to, again, a lot of the rock and roll groups and stuff like that, and you can see the reflection in the JVC music. We've always taken the risks, but we have to credit that to back when I was about 5 years old. As long as I can remember, like the little girls looked like Madonna. Whatever Madonna did, they looked like. Cyndi Lauper was big. you know, so
And I never had a problem with that as a young boy, understand?
yes.
Very entertaining to watch.
Also, I want to give a shout out, and I've always been trying to do this. Both of our fathers passed.
Oh, rest
Our
in peace.
fathers were very instrumental. His father was a former DJ, so his music collection was eclectic. It had everything,
Wow.
and he embraced it. And my father, you know, I grew up on the soul music and the funk music and all that. My father's collection. So we want to, and they both encouraged us and sold a lot into us. So we want to shout out my dad, Jerry Woodson, and your dad.
William Taylor Sr. Who,
so-
by the way, my father grew up out here.
Oh, for real?
He worked on the English Railroad out here.
No way.
My mother and my dad,
Wow.
even though my parents are Caribbean, my mom and my dad met here in London.
Stop it.
So I'm looking forward to getting out today to North London to Alexander Road,
There you go.
which that's where my parents met, and that's where I got my middle name from.
This is crazy.
So I'm looking forward to getting out there and just kind of like, and now again, you know,
love it.
unfortunately, our dads passed away about, 90 days within each other.
Yeah.
And
That's uncanny.
so I'm looking to get back over to try to retract my roots and try to feel the feeling of like where my parents first had their first kiss and decided to go make love somewhere.
Wait.
You old
Wait.
You old romantic.
Wait.
That's what the love stands for.
And
you
while I
see.
said shout out to our fathers, yo, shout out to our mothers too.
I was thinking of King
who held us? I was just talking about our fathers. You know, they both passed in involvement in our music. But shout out to our mothers who have both been very big supporters and are the reason who we are today. So
Yes, and our parents never. It was like when hip hop came out, we had the kind of parents. Everybody didn't have the kind of parents that we had. Everybody didn't grow up with like two parents, but our parents were very supportive. You know, back in those days, men had great DJ sets and stuff, and it was just sitting there waiting for the kids to turn around and like scratch up all their records.
Yeah.
They would slip out. We'd
Mo,
take
is
the
that
rub
is
off
that
the
relatable,
turntable.
Mo?
Yes, of course. Yeah, definitely.
But I want to say again, shout out to our parents because providing somewhere for us to be as we were growing up. Letting us drink at a young age as long as we drank in the house.
yes,
We were all together. They loved all of us equally. We come from a time to where if you were locked out your house, the neighbor served the purpose of your parents until they got home.
days, yeah, those
And our
days.
parents never turned around and said to us, you guys are making too much noise. They recognized the talent. They recognized that hip hop gave us something to do.
Yeah.
And they pushed it.
Community values as well.
Yeah,
You
and
sure?
they pushed it. Like I said, I was in college while we were doing Strong Island.
Wow.
And AJ had a relationship with my parents because he grew up with me. So he went over there, and between him and my father, they found the double Free Pain beats for Strong Island.
Wow.
I want to add one more thing. This is such a milestone. So you're talking about generational. My daughter will be 36 October 21st. B-Love is her godfather. She was born in 89. The record came out in 88. We stopped really performing like around 92, so she's never seen us perform. So Ralph McDaniels, before Video Music Box, for all y'all know Video Music Box, had a show in Strong Island, August 25th, and she was there front and center. She's a photographer now. She was in photographer role. She got to see her dad and her godfather perform for the first time. So when I'm performing for my daughter Paula. I'm like really performing. I mean, that was like a milestone, like generational. And she takes what we're doing to the next level. She's like me 3.0 and with the music, with the art and all the stuff and the computers, and she took it to a whole nother level. So shout out to her and
Big shouts out, Paula.
and shout out to our sisters, my sister
Our
Nicole
sisters, yeah.
and her and his sister.
You know they ain't leaving any stone unturned for you lot. They're going to get a whip
but,
at the
but no, but Keisha came. Keisha, her son, and his girlfriend were among the 8 or 10 people that flew from New York to the Netherlands for our show.
Wow.
So they rocked with us. You know what I'm saying? So they were also at the Long Island show. So our family holds us down. So you know what I'm saying? And I think that's very important. And I also want to say, we met when he was 5 and I was 7, and without music, this would be my brother. Like even if there was ever no music, you know what I'm saying? We fell out a few times like brothers do, you know what I mean? But this has always been my brother. When I was down, he picked me up. You know what I'm saying? This was all. The reason I'm here, I kind of gave up on this at some point. and he wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? He's like, yo, nah, we gonna do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
He was on some Al Quantum Leap, you know.
and help put the battery.
future was this.
Right.
You got to stay on
He
this.
helped put the battery back in my back. So
Yeah.
I'm always grateful. My brother always kept me and held me down, you know, when I was down. So like I said, we're brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, it's bigger than music for us. And that's what you see on that stage and when you hear on the records. It's that chemistry. We're brothers.
See what I'm saying?
There were times that we felt as though maybe perhaps, you know, we couldn't make it anymore, but we continued to keep working and working and working. And why I say never give up on what you love is the reason that we're here now. It might not be your time then, but at some point in time, when you keep dedication into what you're doing, it will be your time.
Yeah, that's
And
real
of course,
talk.
obviously, we can't put on the show that we have to put on without each other. So, you know, it was, yeah, I harassed the hell out of them. You know, even ever since we were kids, you know, I would call him once. We lived around the corner from each other. We grew up around the corner from each other. So I would call him once, and if he didn't answer the phone because he was still sleeping, I'd run around the corner and go bang on his window. And sometimes even crawl up in there and have to tap him. But again, it's the dedication. It's both of us pushing each other to demand the best out of us. I can't tell you, you know, we performed when we got to the Netherlands. We performed a couple of times before we actually took the stage and went to do sound check. While we're out here, you know what I'm saying, we're going to rehearse again and stuff like that. But it never stops.
Yeah, constant.
It never stops. And I'm happy. Perhaps, like you said, I wouldn't have known that we would have been here today.
Absolutely not.
But I thank the great Lord that we never stopped. Because, again, it's coming natural to us. We love how it feels.
Yeah.
We love how it makes the people feel. And, you know, we're going to keep on doing it at this point in time until, you know what I'm saying, we can't talk no more, or we have no voices no more. Just life puts us to a place again to where we just cannot perform. But even past that, we'll still be probably sitting next to each other as brothers mute.
Sipping on the porch.
I also want to say, you know, he said, you know, timing, and I want to say this to all artists, especially young artists, you know, we stayed prepared. And when the opportunity came back around, we was ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? And it's all in God's time, and none of this happens without God. And you know, I just want to give that out there. But we stay prepared. So for all the young people, keep working on your craft, no matter what it is. I mean, you might have to have a job to take care of the bills and stuff, but always dedicate a couple of hours to your craft. Keep perfecting your craft.
Hell yeah.
And yo, you when it's your time. You're gonna. It might not be when you wanna. You might give up on it, like I did. I gave, but now is our time again, and it's like timing. It's all.
I just want to add one thing to that, to the young artist again. Also, no matter what you do, no matter how you feel about what you do, keep your material.
Yes.
Hold the material.
We have music going back from like even before, like, you know, the hip hop DJs came on the radio. We have all of our own stuff. You know, you have to hold on to your stuff because music revolves every 10 years.
The cycle.
And it comes back. So you never know, again, you know, you might be 15 doing something, and by the time you turn 25, you could realize I've recorded a bunch of stuff that they're ready for now, and that could be your time. But it would never be if you give your stuff up. So hold on to your stuff, 100%. Young people.
Mo, actually, you know, Critical Beatdown as an album, I mean, The Prodigy, bands like that, big dance.
Yeah.
Cruise,
they
they
sample. Smack My Bitch Up.
Yeah. I know shit.
No, I'm just playing.
Again, like retaining your ownership and career and keeping on moving, and then all of a sudden you get those sorts of things just come out of the blue randomly, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's tomorrow night, 2 to 9.
Yes.
Which is right by, if my memory serves me correct, let's find a tube now. It's right by, check that now for nearest tube. Yeah, Great Portland Street. Great Portland Street is the spot. Yeah, literally across the road from there. 229 Great Portland Street, W1W. Get that in your Google and search that. Kickoff is around 7 o'clock, am I right? 7:30?
I believe, something like that. Yeah.
We're going to get it. Yeah, we've got Mo Love.
If you haven't got your ticket, get your ticket now. This is the first time JVC Force is performing in the UK. You don't want to miss it. I guarantee you, you will thank us later. This is going to be one of those moments you're going to hear people talk about and be like, oh man, I wish I was there. Don't wish you were there, be there, and we gonna rock out for y'all. We have a show called Tear the Show Up. We're gonna tear the show up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do that song too.
Plus
If you guys would like a little merchandise and stuff, of course, we'll have a table there. We do have our merchandise guys on the road with us, so if you never got any JVC apparel before, please free to bring your pounds. Watch us get down, and then hit the lobby and pick up a couple of things.
Shout out to Brent who's holding it down. There's JVC merch and Mo got merch too.
Oh, dope.
So make sure you come out and support.
There it is.
We gotta support y'all hold us down. And we appreciate it. We got the stuff out there for you. But shout out to Brent who is holding us down on the merchandise.
That's the one.
We're gonna be out there signing arms and legs.
There you go. There you go.
And any other body parts people pull out.
Yeah.
Right.
All body parts, all currency and body parts accepted. Ladies and gentlemen, Killa Kela podcast. I like was out as fashion. JVC Force, first time in the UK.
Yeah.
JVC, Mo love.
Follow us on IG at JVC Force 2025.
There it is. Remember, crime don't pay, neither do they. Don't talk to her and I wouldn't. And you stay lucky, people. Nice one, gentlemen. Peace.